movie. I had one gripe with the movie though, which I think you also had a gripe with. And I'm
Yep.
raising my voice because this was literally the only issue I had about this
Yep.
movie
Yep.
was
Say
that
it. Say
they
it.
don't fucking kiss, man. They don't
Oh,
kiss.
that's not my gripe. Keep going
Wait,
though.
what? What was your gripe?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going with your gripe. That's not
Wait,
mine.
I think I know your gripe. I
Yeah.
think I know your gripe.
But keep
Is it
going with
when Kyle
yours.
didn't take his shirt off?
No, no, no. Yes, but no. No. Just keep going with your gripe. We'll get to my gripe. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode 35 of the Two Man Podcast. As always, I'm Tyler with my co-host, the lovely Carl Mattioli. How we doing today, man?
Dude, we're chilling, man. We're doing a great episode today for you guys. I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We're both repping things that are going on this weekend. Olympics
Oh
start tonight,
yeah.
USA jersey.
Oh
You got the
yeah.
Wolverine shirt on. Deadpool and Wolverine dropped for most people last night. We're recording this on Friday, so hopefully everyone's going to enjoy that this weekend. But for now, hopefully you enjoy this episode of the Two Man Podcast. Carl, you want to let everyone know what we're going to be talking about this episode?
Hell yeah, we got a lot of good stuff for you guys. Might be a quicker episode for you. But we do have a lot to go over. So first, we're gonna get our thoughts on the new college football 25 game,
Oh
which
yeah.
Tyler has said is possibly the best sports game that he has ever played.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm very interested to talk about that. Then we're gonna talk about something a little bit different that we don't normally talk about on the podcast, but we're going to talk about how Tyler is a pickleball pro and how I would slaughter him in a game. And then finally, we are going to talk about before we have our big game, we are going to talk about the All-Star. Oh, sorry. We're going to talk about the All-Star game and how our home run derby predictions turned out. And then finally, after that, the Twisters movie into a Marvel game.
Yep.
So very excited. Can't wait to talk about this stuff with you, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm excited for it as well. And I was talking to Carl right before the episode. We'll get right into our first topic about college football. College football, long awaited, has not dropped in
Long
11
awaited.
years. And finally, new college football 2025 has dropped. I have downloaded it and I have played already a healthy amount of what I think is definitely the greatest sports game I have ever played. It is
Healthy amount
very
or unhealthy amount?
both. It's a very unhealthy amount. I have taken it probably too serious. I any clip you've seen of somebody like freaking out, like getting into the game, like with the clipboard, or if it's their road to the glory and they're taking these losses to heart, that's me on every single game. Because obviously they have your classic game modes, your play nows, where you can drop into a game, road to glory, where you can start as any position you would like, go to any college, play there for 3 or 4 years. They have obviously your ultimate team. You can create a dynasty as well and be the offensive, defensive coordinator, head coach. And there's just so many different game modes. And within the game modes, it's just so interactive. And what they did with the game too is, obviously every school, every place in college you go to, you have like different walkouts. Penn
Yeah.
State is obviously electric, LSU, Clemson, and you can't even skip past that part when you start a game at that place. You see the whole like 30-second to a minute loadout, and it gets you really fired up like you're actually playing in the
That's so
game,
sick.
which is
That's so
great.
sick. I personally have not been able to play yet. It's been downloaded since what the game out came out Monday, or
It was like it might have been like last Monday or
might
last
have been,
Friday.
yeah, last Friday I think it
Yeah.
was. I downloaded it, went to go play it, and then it was like, yeah, you gotta wait 2 hours, which is the worst thing about waiting for a game
Always.
that you really want to play.
Yeah.
And then kind of just life got in the way. I wasn't able to play that day.
Yeah.
So today I am going to get my healthy and unhealthy amounts of playing in.
Yeah.
But dude, so excited to play this game. I've heard and I've seen TikToks. I think the favorite, my favorite thing that I've seen is, correct me if I'm wrong. You can like do the like my player section, but you
Yes.
can do it by like I guess like letter grade of or like ranking of like out of high school, so you could be like a 1-star recruit or like a
Yep,
five
yep.
star recruit.
That's correct.
I saw this one guy was like a five or started with a 1-star recruit,
Yeah.
and he was like, dude, I don't know why I did this. I feel like I'm actually a D1 athlete. He's like, I'm now a 5-star recruit and I'm stuck playing at Liberty fucking College. He's like, and I'm not even the first string quarterback. I'm like the 5 string quarterback. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm 25. I've redshirted 7 times. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to play.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because that's the only game mode I've played so far pretty intensely is Road to Glory or the My Player mode. And
Oh, that's awesome.
I picked a 3-star because I was like, I want to work for it, but I don't want to work too hard just yet. So I met right in the middle. Had a 3-star, went to Bowling Green, redshirted there for a year, which was literally me just simming the entire games, because I didn't get any action.
Yeah.
But each week you have your agenda where you have to put skill points, and some skill points have to go to studying, some have to go to training, some have to go to leveling up. Like you have to each week, determine where you want to put these points for because you have to keep a GPA over 2. You
Wait,
have to
that's
get
crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like you're actually a student. Like I've been watching some videos where some guys don't put as many skill points towards studying, and then their academic advisor texts them and like, hey, you're ineligible to play this week because your GPA has dropped.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
No
and then
way.
it's so crazy too because you always get texts from like someone on your team, like, "Hey, do you want to come out and party tonight?" Or
No.
some girl will hit you up and be like, "Hey, having this party this weekend. I know your curfew's at 12. You want to come?" Or, "Hey, I got the answers to this test, so you have to see if you want to actually like be a good student, be just a good player, risk not playing. Like it's really intense trying to figure this all out each
Wait,
week."
that's crazy. Do you get
And
to actually go to the parties or no?
no, no, no. It's not like you actually interact like
Dude,
GTA or
imagine it was like
anything.
GTA, bro. They fucking
Yeah,
do like
no.
a quick cut scene to
Mm.
you, like literally just like at a party, like getting with a girl. Like that'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, exactly, exactly. But it's so funny too because there's like in the one cutscene, the girl reaches out to you and she's like, "Hey, you want to come to a party or whatever?" And you can either say no because of curfew or yes. But you just say yes. And I saw this one video of this guy who said yes, and he got so desperate because you don't obviously respond back. The game does
Yeah.
it for you. But he sent 3 text messages in a row, and then it popped up on the screen, "You've been blocked." And he's like, "Even in the game, I can't get a text back, man. This is ridiculous."
That's too
So,
relatable, man. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So it's so cool. And even like right now I have a quarterback in the game. So I transferred a couple times. I'm starting at NC State. But when you play in places like Penn State, Ohio State, all these like pretty, great college atmosphere stadiums, they have like ranks in the top right with like a stadium pulse. So you know how like in 2K it would shake if you would try and shoot a free throw. Now with this whole stadium pulse, your controller's shaking, and when you look at the routes for the plays, the route's shaking, so you don't know
No
exactly
way.
where they're gonna be. And depending on their rank, like Penn State, they'll take away like 3 of your icons on top of the receivers. So before you snap the ball, it's shaking and you don't know what button they are. And your
That's
offensive
crazy.
line is not like an NFL offensive line. So these guys are coming quick on, from the defensive line and stuff. So it's like, it's intense. It's intense.
That's wild.
I know. I've been
I can't wait
playing a
to play.
few.
I'm gonna be playing for like at least like 7 hours straight today after we record this podcast.
Yeah, I've been playing a few games every night, and it's so funny because Taylor's like, "Oh, I'm getting ready for bed." It's like, hold on, I'm on the road against number 2 Nebraska. Just give me a second. I'll come to bed. Like I actually just played in the game. I'm shaking up, tossing and turning in bed, just like
I should have done this,
I could
man.
have played better. I
I
could have
could have
played
played
better.
better.
I've been saying that probably once a night. If I just made this though, I play too scared. I play too scared. I've been taking it
That
too
is
seriously.
that is awesome. No, that's exactly how you should be taking it though. These games are just awesome.
I know. We waited all 11 years for this. They hyped it up for so long, and I think it's lived up to the hype. The mechanics, in my opinion, are different from Madden. It runs smooth. The only complaint is they say like the defense is hard to play as or to get a stop, but like that's just what college football is. So,
Would you say it's the best sports game you've played? Because in my personal opinion, I think MLB The Show, even though
Mm.
like I do have a little bit bias to baseball, I think
Mm.
MLB The Show is just always consistently the best like sports game year in, year out.
Yeah, no,
Um
it's a good point. I do love the show. I would have to play college football a little more because it did just come out, but
yeah.
I think it's college football. Just the
Wow.
mechanics are smooth. I haven't seen any like I haven't played different game modes as much, but I haven't seen any problems, no glitches, no things like that. It's just fun. It's very lifelike, very realistic. They put a lot of thought and effort into it with the walkouts, the crowd noise, and things like that. So I think it's going to be one of the great best games, especially to live up to the
That's
hype like
hype.
that.
That's hype.
It's
That's hype.
it's good. I hope I'm getting you excited to play.
No, I'm literally gonna stop recording and just slide over to my PC and start playing.
I think you should. I think you should. So everyone, let us know what dynasties, what players, how they're doing, because that's just the talk. Everyone I see now, when I see them, I was at softball the other day. It's my first question, just like, "Oh, you playing dynasty? You playing my player? Like, how's it going for you guys so
I'm
far?"
excited to play like the Ultimate Team because I
Yeah,
know they said that they're going to put in like current NFL players, but as them in college.
yeah.
I also like I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I would love to play as like prime Johnny Manziel, like
Oh
that
yeah,
card.
yeah,
Like I feel like that would just be so dope. I wonder if they're like getting like any money from it. Like college athletes that were like really good in college but like just
yeah.
didn't pan out in the NFL. I wonder if
Mhm.
they're getting their their share of money now from that, which would be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I assume they'll get a little money because I know the college guys got
Yeah, I
some
don't know.
money. So
We'll see what happens.
yeah, we will. But I'm looking forward to it. Playing some
I'm
more.
dude, I cannot wait to play, man.
I'm gonna play after this
Speaking
episode.
of a sport that I can't wait to play though,
Mm.
pickleball
Oh
is
yeah.
something that you just told me that you're doing a tournament this weekend? Like what's going on with that?
Yeah, I might be participating in a little pickleball tournament for the last few years. My girlfriend's mom, she's part of like this nonprofit. And to raise some money, she puts together a pickleball tournament. Me and Taylor competed in it 2 years ago.
That's dope.
Um, we took the year off last year, and I think this year I'm competing in it because they're looking for a few more players. And I said, gladly, I will participate in the pickleball tournament.
Is it like 1v1? Is it like team based? Like how does it work?
So when we did it 2 years ago, it was team based. Me and Taylor were on a team, double elimination, lost twice quickly, not even close, because that was our first time really playing.
Was it like
But
against like people your age or like kind of like older?
there was a few our age, but mostly older. I would say like mostly like this is their sport.
Yeah, but it's their sport, man. It's their sport. They know
Yeah,
what to do.
they're like 50, 60 years old. And I mean, they were in sync. The camaraderie on their team, there was no shot for me and Taylor. They were talking about, oh, a pickleball court opened up here. Or, oh, I play down in Florida 6 months out of the year. And it's like, yeah, these guys came to play. And me and Taylor were really, especially me, I was just there for the hot dogs and hamburgers of this picnic. But
That's awesome.
yeah, I don't know. This year I only heard briefly how it's gonna be. It's apparently like you play in twos, but the points only go to one person, and then you
Interesting.
switch each round. So if you were just with someone who was really good, next round you might be with someone who's really bad.
Oh.
I don't really know. I don't not really looking for the win, just looking to enjoy some pickleball on a nice Saturday morning. But yeah, pickleball is something that we haven't talked about too much, but it's something that's still just sweeping the nation.
No, it's actually crazy because they just built a brand new pickleball court right by us back home, Tyler. The Wisconsin Library, which like
Oh,
I
nice.
never would have like been to ever.
Yeah.
But our friend Hex was like, "Yo, they just brand new pickleball courts down the road," and he's like always trying to get us to play because apparently he
Yeah.
plays with these like grandma every weekend,
Yeah, yeah.
and he just wants to play with like us. So we went and played, and like, dude. I had so much fun. I'm like, dude, why is this the first time that I'm ever playing this game? I was like,
Recently was?
yeah, it was like probably like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago now, and I was like, this is the greatest like game
Yeah.
that I've played in a while. Like it's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Hmm.
But we did have a discrepancy. I don't know if you can tell me since you have a little bit more experience than
I
me.
guess we'll see.
So apparently, like when you play, you serve. Obviously, you have to let it bounce before you hit it back, right? You have to let
Hmm.
it bounce once
Sure.
after I let it bounce and then I hit it over, do now like the person who served it, do they also have to let it bounce?
Um, honestly, that's a great question. I don't think so, but
Because
I don't
I
know.
was like, I was just killing it off of like that first like volley,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like Hex was like, you can't do that, and I'm like, why? That's
Yeah,
stupid.
I think there is a rule that you can't do it following the serve. Like I think once you serve it, they let it bounce, they hit it over. I think you have to let it bounce, but then I think after that next, bounce,
Then it's
then
like
you're
fair
allowed
game.
to fair game. I think. I
Hmm.
think. But
That's
don't
crazy.
don't go by me. I'll report back to you on that after tomorrow.
Yeah, let me
Uh
know. Ask the experts over there in Pennsylvania,
I
and
will.
let me know. Let me know because, dude. Besides that, like one little like we
Hmm.
argument we had, it wasn't even really even argument because like
Yeah.
it was like me, Hex, Steve, and Langus playing, and I was like, we were all like, Hex, it's a stupid rule. That can't be a rule. And then he's like,
Yeah.
nah, it's a rule. And then he was like, wait, maybe it's not a rule. And then
Yeah.
like then he changed his mind. And he was like, nah, it's definitely a rule. And I
It
was
it might
like,
be like one of those things like it's like a house rule. It's up to the people who are playing. Like I don't know if it's an actual
yeah.
rule
I mean, I
because
could see why it's not. It is kind of low key, kind of like a disadvantage, but at the same time, it's still like fun. I like just hitting the ball as hard as I can because it doesn't go like it doesn't get hit like pretty
a
hard.
tennis ball,
Even if
yeah, no.
yeah, even if you like swing as hard as you can, it still comes at like the same speed practically if I hit it underhand or if I like lightly tapped it. Just how
Yeah.
like the ball and the paddles work.
Yeah. Do you remember we played it in high school?
No, no, I was
Really?
having this argument with Jill. I don't ever remember playing this in high
Maybe
school.
must have started the year after you graduated or something, because I definitely played it in high school. But it wasn't like it wasn't like one of those courses where like swimming or volleyball. It was
Yeah.
basically like, hey, we're splitting the gym into two. Half of you can play pickleball, half of you can play like badminton. It was just
Yeah,
like a
no.
throwaway day in a sense.
I don't remember that because like I remember playing badminton like religiously.
Yeah.
I remember playing volleyball. Like volleyball was probably the greatest sport that we ever played in the
Oh,
gym
yeah.
because they made it like the hypest thing. I remember
Oh, yeah.
playing European handball. European
Oh,
handball was
yeah.
always one of my favorites.
Awesome. Oh, yeah.
Dude, honestly, just like hearing those words, I got the itch to play.
I'm thinking
Um,
about it. Yeah.
I remember playing like wiffle ball. I
Yeah.
don't and basketball. I don't remember
Yeah, I
playing
mean,
pickleball.
I don't blame you too much because, like I said, it wasn't one of those like units where you did it for like 2 or 3 weeks and they taught you. They like loosely taught you and said, "Hey, you can play if you want." That's the way I
Mm,
remember. Is like we did it like on not throwaway days, but maybe like transition days into new units or
yeah.
something. Because I remember playing it and I was like, "Pickleball, what a funny name! Sure, I'll play it." And they had like these foam balls. It wasn't even like the wiffle ball, so it was like
Uh,
it was kind of stupid. I don't know. I thought it was kind of dumb. But going from that to now the game is just like the most talked about hype game ever is crazy.
I was walking around New York City the other day, and it's like every other street is a new pickleball court or like a
Yeah,
new indoor pickleball complex. Like it's just ridiculous, like how like popular this sport is.
I know. Me and near the apartment, like a block down the road, they just created 3 new pickleball courts out of nowhere. Put some benches over there,
That's cool
some
though.
nice Adirondacks, and I was like, Taylor, we might have to buy some rackets.
Yeah.
We might have to get into it because this is it's fun, and and especially because even if this fad, if you will, goes away, um, most of the courts I think are built on tennis courts, so it's not like they'll go to waste. You can kind of still use them interchangeably, some of them. So
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's a fun game. I'm kind
it
of with
is.
it. We got to play
It
it some
is. I
more.
love it. Yo,
Yeah.
dude, next time we see each other, we should play. I think I need to get some paddles. I'm gotta like definitely order some on Amazon or something. Just some like cheap ones to start off.
Yeah, they're not that
I don't have
expensive.
my own gear.
I think that's what helps too, is it's not like one of the most expensive sports where you have to buy a bunch of equipment. It's just
Yeah, no,
a
definitely.
paddle and then a ball. So, yeah, next time I'll have to invite you guys up here, especially with Hex and everyone playing it so much. I'll invite you guys up here and we'll run a little tournament on the 3 courts by me.
Dude, that'd be lit. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
In the heat of August. We just got to do it.
Yeah, literally. That was a crazy thing too, is I remember 2 years ago, like me and Taylor got eliminated pretty early on in the tournament, but the people who were like advancing round by round and especially to the championship game, I mean, it was July, obviously 2 years ago, and it was like 100 degrees that day. And these older adults were out there and just sweating, but still
Oof.
playing. And I'm sitting there under the shade in a lawn chair eating my cheeseburger going, how are they doing this? They were about probably 50 years older than me. And
Couldn't be me.
I'm just like, oh, I'm out of breath.
I'm out of
I'm,
breath watching them.
yeah, I'm having a tough time over here, but you know,
Oh,
gotta
that's
applaud them.
hilarious.
Maybe that's why they love the game too, because it's definitely a lot of work. You build up a sweat,
Oh,
but
definitely. I can so see that. It's definitely a good way to exercise. Not like moving too much, but like where it's like, oh, I gotta go run like 2 miles. Like I hate doing that, but like you definitely get some good cardio working out and playing.
oh yeah, especially if you're playing like against someone and you're good as well, you can get some good volleys going because
Oh,
you're not
definitely.
gonna like spike it past somebody every single time. Like you might try, but
Yeah. Like me
so
and Hex were playing 1v1 and I felt like every single time I was running to the other side of the
yeah,
court. Like,
exactly. So it's definitely a good workout.
yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I strongly consider if you have not played to at least play it once and see if you like it.
Yeah, I recommend it as well.
But as to sports that we love, let's talk about how awesome our home run derby predictions went. Um, this past week, Tyler.
Yep.
Um, so Tyler made a lovely video for us, predicting who we thought we were gonna win, and Tyler and I did an amazing job at foresighting who was gonna get eliminated in the first round
Yep.
because both the people we pick to win got
Yep.
eliminated in the first round, and I
Yep.
think they hit the besides. uh, Actually, I said Pete Alonso. He wasn't my pick,
Yeah.
but I think the three people that we mentioned hit the least amount of home runs.
I believe so. Not only did they get eliminated, I believe they did hit the three least amount of home runs as well. It's
I
not
think
like they were on the cusp.
I think Ozuna actually hit the second least. I think Alonso hit the least.
Yeah.
No, it was Gunnar Henderson. He only hit 11, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think it
Yeah,
was Gunner,
yeah.
Ozuna maybe, and then my guy wasn't too far behind, Garcia, Adolis.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Gunnar, Azuna, Pete, and then or no, it was Gunnar, Pete, Azuna, and then
Yeah. But it's not like
uh
Garcia missed by like a
Garcia. Yeah.
couple. Garcia missed by a few, like five plus, I believe.
No, I
So
don't think so. He had 18, and then like
did
he
he?
missed by like two.
Oh well,
He was like the
regardless.
closest. He was literally in up until who was the last person to go in? Teoscar. Until Teoscar like
Oh
showed up,
yeah, that's right.
he was like pretty much in like the whole time, even at 18, because the first two guys hit 21 right away. Easy,
Yeah.
easy money.
Yeah.
Don't know how the fuck they did that.
No
And then
idea.
um they hit 21, and then Garcia goes, he hits 18. I could have sworn he was gonna knock out like 30.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, but the winner, Tyler, if you would like to say who the winner was, I'm sure you did not
The,
uh
the,
appreciate who
the
won.
literal only person I did not want to win the home run derby was Teoscar Hernandez, who ended up winning it from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Was quite disappointing watching that. Can't believe our guys went out in the first round. Couldn't even make it fun.
No, I know, it was
Um,
ridiculous.
it was yeah, it was upsetting because obviously it was still an exciting home run derby, but in my mind it was like pretty lackluster with the
I
talent.
would 100% say that. I also think they fucking ruined the home run derby. Like they keep changing the rules.
Yeah,
Like my all-time favorite rules are the 10 out rule.
yeah,
I understand why they didn't do that because people end up taking pictures, pitches, and
yeah.
then it stops the flow of the game. You
Hmm.
pause or whatever. They
Yeah.
kind of wanted to go faster to keep people more involved. I get that.
Hmm.
So they then went to round by round, head to head, timed matches, which I thought brought like a really great like quality to it, and it was doing so well for the past 3 or 4 years that they did
Yeah.
this.
Hmm.
And now they mixed like both of them together,
Yeah.
and it was
No,
stupid.
it was weird. Did you see they also messed up their own rule?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
also messed up their own rule that apparently
Uh,
like the tie wasn't supposed to go to like a 30-second time thing. It was supposed to like straight to a swing off or vice
yep,
versa, something like
yep.
that. So it was like you guys have changed the rules so many times yourselves that you guys don't even know them. You know, your own handbook and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was just so tough because I know we talked about it before the event, but you know, going from just no big names really doing it besides like Pete, Adolis, and then you just get to the second round with all these guys are great players, but you know, Bohm, Witt, Teoscar, fantastic players having fantastic years. They're
Yeah.
not your home run hitters. They're not
I
your
mean,
premier
like
home run hitters.
the only one like out of those that actually had an experience doing a home run derby that actually made it past the first round was like Bobby Wood Jr. He was
Yeah,
like the only one who he did it back in high school, but I wouldn't even consider him a home run hitter. Like this guy is leading the league in like stolen bases practically. He like has the most triples. Like he's like known for hitting the ball hard and just
yeah,
running.
yeah,
And like that's his like thing. So
yeah.
like I don't know. I felt like it was basically all that way. Like these are all like really good hitters, but
Hmm.
we talked about it before. Like, sometimes it ends up being better for it, but I don't know, man. I just didn't appreciate it. And then Pete just
That's what I was just about to
loaded.
say. I've been saying this the last few years, and I'm going to say it again. Pete, please stop doing the home run derby. It's getting
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's getting sad.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, like it was awesome when he won back to back. It was just so dope. And then like the past 3 years, he's just shit the bed.
Yeah, he hasn't
And
even made it entertaining. He looks like he's struggling up there.
dude, and then he like his thing is he's like, okay, I just want to try and win with like the guy who I won the first two with. That guy looks like he's 70 years old. They just rolled him off of a freaking wheelchair from a
Literally.
nursing home. Like
Yeah.
pick the guy who throws to you every day.
Yeah.
Like pick
I never
pick the
understand
guy
that.
who's going to be throwing to you every single day at practice when you're taking BP.
Yeah.
Don't pick this guy who's been retired for 4+ years. Like
Yeah.
this guy looked like he wasn't able to hit a target at all. Like I
No.
was watching him, like the guy's mitts here,
Yeah,
balls
no.
down here,
There was
balls
no
here.
consistency. There was no
No consistency.
consistency. That was a problem with a lot of the pitchers, in my opinion, too. Is these guys they take like their brother-in-laws or their
Your
whatever,
brother-in-laws.
or they take like sometimes they take people in the family who are good. I remember it was cool when like Robbie Cano won with his dad throwing to him. But
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like they take family members or old high school coaches or something like that, and they're bouncing balls, they're hitting them, they're throwing like change ups. It's like we need someone who can just throw a fastball right in your wheelhouse
Yeah.
to make it more entertaining. Because
That's all you need.
yeah, but I don't know. Hopefully, some guys start doing it more to make
I
it
think
more
so.
entertaining.
I think so. I think that's the one like event that we have in sports that people like genuinely like to do. I know I was shitting on it this year, like that like maybe Judge wasn't in it or like Vlad Guerrero, but these are all
Yeah,
guys who like consistently do it every year.
true.
They just don't all do it at the same time.
Yeah,
Which is like respectable. And also too, I feel like this season's been kind of like a little hectic for people. It was a little bit longer of a first half. I think this was like the longest into a season that they did the All-Star game, like late
gotcha,
July.
gotcha.
So I think a lot of people just
That's
wanted
fair.
to kind of take the night off,
That's
take
fair.
the couple of days. So I kind of understand why they didn't end up doing it. So
Yeah, no, I get it. So it should be interesting. See what happens next year. I know it's down in Atlanta, so
yeah, I gotta
hopefully,
say though, I did really like it in Texas. The fits that the All-Stars pulled up to in the red carpet.
yeah, yeah,
Like
they did have,
Bryce Harper with the white cowboy hat, like the white like wool.
yeah,
I was like, damn, that this boy knows fashion. And then Pete Alonso too. He
yeah.
pulled up in a bolo tie, black
It
cowboy
was.
hat,
I feel
black
like
suit.
Texas is one of the easiest spots to show up in with some nice fits, just some nice
Yeah,
cowboy boots, a nice snake skin suit, and then a lovely
yeah.
cowboy hat to match. You got something going for sure.
No, 100%. I think cowboy attire is definitely like it kind of like fits baseball players. I don't know. When I think of
Kind
like,
of. Yeah.
I kind of when I think like your your like not even like your average, just like I guess I could be like your movie star like picture of like a baseball player. It's
Mm.
this baseball player from the South that talks in like a Southern drawl
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like was like grew up on a farm. He gets up and just hits dingers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I
No,
think
that's
of
true.
like your like prototypical like one of one like baseball
Yeah.
player you want on your team is just
Absolutely.
like that, you
They
know?
roll up in the pickup truck. They got the cowboy
Yes,
boots. The bang not a good pickup truck. It's a banged up pickup
banged
truck.
up
And
pickup
yeah.
truck. Yep.
No, I say it too. It's true. It's true. But it worked out in Texas and kind of transitions to the All-Star game as well. I don't know how much of it you watched. I watched a little bit of it.
I did as well. I was working at the time, but I was watching the highlights and stuff. But
Yeah, entertaining as always. Skeen
yeah,
starting was a good story. Otani hit a bomb.
yeah, I
Good
was
stuff.
definitely watching how many times Livy Dunn was going to get shown. She's, MLB's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But nah, I think the All-Star game never ceases to actually disappoint. It's like the one All-Star game that we have that they actually compete in.
Yeah.
Because I think it's what I think out of the last 11 years, I think the AL has won like every year,
It's
which
yeah.
is like
It's
crazy,
like I
except
think
one
it's
year.
10 out of the last 11 years, I believe
Yeah,
they've won, which is
yeah.
stupid. Stupid.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. But it's not even like a lack of like the National League not trying. Like some like this All-Star game was like a 1-0 game. But like that means it's a hard fought game. Like it means the pitching was really good on the American League side. It means like, it was like a close game. It's not like these guys like were just throwing like, cock shots and they were just hitting home
Yeah,
runs. Like
well,
they were
yeah,
competing.
that's the thing too, is the NL had the lead too,
Yeah.
like, and they play, and it's so tough too, because I understand that, these guys are coming off the bench cold, and you're facing the best reliever who's pretty amped up, but it's just strikeout after strikeout for the most part. The only time
Yeah.
you ever really win is like what team hits the most homers. Like I feel like there's never any rallies with pitching. Or with hits and stuff, I never feel like there's a hit and another hit first and third and another hit. I feel like it's like, hey, you walked, you reached on an error. Here's a 3-run homer. Oh, hey, you walk. Here's a 2-run homer. Like
Yeah.
it's never a lot of rallying of hits either, which is the one downfall. But I
One
get it.
downfall, but it's like what baseball has like come to and people want to see during an all-star game. They want to see the big name pitcher get taken deep by the big name hitter,
Yeah,
or vice versa, the big name hitter getting struck out by the big name.
yeah,
Did you see people freaking out that Skeens and Judge faced off and it was like just a measly one pitch ground out?
yeah,
Like people were so upset about that. But then
yeah,
I saw this one guy breaking it down. It was like, dude, like, no, that was awesome. Like they both were like, this is a sick moment. Like
yeah,
the best pitcher like in the league right now against like the best hitter in the league.
yeah.
And then Skeens went right at him. He threw him a 100-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and Judge swung at it,
Yeah.
but he just missed it and just hit the ball hard to
I
third
was
base. Like, what can you do?
I was gonna say there's nothing you could do, but it was like the most anticlimactic thing ever. They were like, and
100%.
here's the big matchup, and they couldn't even get finished giving their whole spiel, and it was a ground out the third, a weak
Yeah.
ground out too. So, no, there was definitely some good storylines. The only thing, I'm sure you'll probably agree with me on this. They got to bring back the players wearing their own jerseys in the All-Star game. I think. I think they
Really?
have to. I think they have to get rid of these them wearing like the AL jerseys and the NL jerseys. I don't like them. I never like them.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what, Tyler? I'm in
Really?
the other way about this because, um, I think it depends on the home field, which they do it. Because last year they wore their own jerseys. So I like
Did
how they
they?
mix
Where
it
were
up
they
every
last
once in a
year?
while.
Where were they
Last
last
year,
year?
last year they wore their own jerseys. Everybody, like if you were the home team, you wore your white homes. If you were the away team, you wore your like alternate jersey. You
Did
wore
they?
like gray or like you wore like your away blues or something.
Mm.
Like I think it depends on the year, like what they do. But I personally like when they do the National League like All-Star jerseys because I mean, this year's I liked the AL's jerseys a lot more than I liked the NL jerseys. I don't know, you could think the opposite.
I did think
Um,
the opposite, actually.
did you really? Wow. I liked the AL's a little bit better. But I like that they play in it because it it's like okay, like you're taking a step out of the teams that you're actually play for, and now you're just playing for like against each other for like a conference. And plus, they make these jerseys for what them never to wear them. Like, why would I ever buy an All-Star game jersey if they're never actually going to wear them in person?
No, it's a good point, but I think it's literally just the opposite. I think it's just a money grab. Like I think that's just why they make these jerseys and these new hats,
Oh
because
yeah,
everyone's just like, oh well, I need to buy him his All-Star jersey. I can't just have his regular jersey, you know. Like
yeah,
I do get the point of it. I think it's cool. Like that is good point you brought up about them playing for their certain league, so you're kind of wearing like the AL. But I mean, maybe because a lot of the time growing up, like I feel like most of the players wore just their home jerseys or their away jerseys, and it just looks so much better in my opinion. But could just be a nostalgia thing. But I think
I
they should
think
bring them
it's
back.
a I think it's a little bit of both. I feel like it doesn't. I feel like if they go year, they could do both. Like if they for the home run derby, they wore their own jerseys. For the
Mm,
actual game, they wore the All-Star jerseys.
true, true.
But I've seen. I'm pretty sure last year was in where? This year was in Texas. Last year was Seattle.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
last year was in Seattle. I'm pretty sure last year they wore their jerseys.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they did. I'll believe you. 2023
I'm looking at it right now.
All-Star
Game
jerseys,
clips.
MLB. Maybe they no, they had these. Ugh. These
Oof.
these these don't look
Ew.
great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, those are gross.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't like some of these. So why not just have them wear their jerseys? It's just a money grab at the end of the day. Just so they know more people will buy these jerseys if they're an all-star. If they're nice too. These were not nice. These were kind of
I'm
gross.
pretty sure though, back in like 2013, when it was at City Field, they made the jerseys, but they didn't actually wear the jerseys.
Maybe that's a good point. All-star because they had them, but maybe they didn't wear them. That's a good point. I don't think they did. I think you're right because I don't remember them wearing them during the
In
All-Star
what?
game
2013? Or
2013.
yeah. No, I was watching clips. They were yeah, no, you were right. I'm looking at them
Hold
being
on, flip it around.
introduced. This
Yeah,
is in 2013.
yeah. No,
Oh
I
no,
don't know.
this is not 2013. This was 2023.
Last year.
Yeah, and then yeah, no, it's crazy. Actually, you know what? I like when they switch it on and off. I don't mind it if the jerseys are good, but I understand what you mean about it. It looks a little gimmicky. It's a catch grab, but
Yeah.
no, that's kind of the sports, and that's kind of how they make the money, and they
Yeah,
use us measly people to make money. So
yeah, and yeah, like you said, if they're nice, I'm gonna buy them, or
yeah,
just at least a
exactly.
hat or something. So,
I don't
they,
think I would ever buy a jersey though, like if it wasn't like in my hometown. Like I think back in 2013 when it was in New York, I
mhm,
would have bought that All-Star jersey because
fair.
I'm going to that All-Star game, or it's kind of a nice like nostalgia like
Yeah.
thing to
You,
have later on.
you know
I'm
what's
not gonna buy the Texas one.
you know what's crazy is I actually had an All-Star game jersey from when it was at City Field. But you
Yeah,
know
the
what
David
jersey
Wright
I
one
had?
probably, right?
No, it was Mariano Rivera. I had the Mariano Rivera American League All-Star jersey from City Field. I bought that.
Why? I
I
mean,
don't
like
know.
that's a fire jersey to
It
have,
was
but
fire.
like
I don't know why. Out of
I'm
all the
surprised it
jerseys
wasn't like David Wright or Matt Harvey who like both played like key contributing roles into that
in
All-Star
that
game
game,
too.
yeah, no, literally. Also, Posey was there. Like there
Yep,
was some Giants
that's their
there.
guy.
I know.
Those jerseys I actually liked. It
These were
had like the New
nice.
York City skyline, like it was like orange for the national team, it was like blue for the American League
Yeah,
team.
these are nice.
Yeah, yeah, I like those.
Yeah, these are really nice. Maybe I'll just buy one right now.
Yeah, do it.
Whose
Probably
jersey
get
is
it for
this? Oh, it's a
cheap.
Pirates jersey. Oh, it's McCutcheon. That's a cool one too.
I like yeah, that's a cool one. I liked the David Wright one that they had. I
Yeah,
think I think I had one of those back in the day.
should have bought one. But also a game besides the jerseys. It was good as always. Heads down to Hotlanta next year. Hopefully they put on a good show. So,
Yeah, can't wait, man. I love watching the All-Star games, and I can't wait for the rest of the season. I know
mhm.
we'll just kind of talk about it a little bit. Mets came out hot again,
Yeah,
beating the Yankees, sweeping them 4 games. Jeff McNeil's like so back. He's literally has
yeah,
more home runs that he did in the first week and a half back than he
yeah,
did the whole first half.
yeah,
So let's go Mets, and let's hope for a good second half. I hope we get some returns of some guys off of injury,
yeah.
and makes the rest of the second half a
Yeah,
lot
I know
better.
Senga pitches tonight. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
So
I can't wait, man. Can't wait.
should be good. Should be
I'm
good.
supposed to go to the game Saturday, but I have work, so I can't go. Sad.
Tough, tough.
You want my ticket?
I'm gonna be busy participating in the being a pickleball champ. So unfortunately,
You wanna hear what the giveaway is though?
sure.
It's a Mercury Mike Piazza jersey.
Oh, no way. Maybe I'll go. Those are
They're
sick.
they're fire. They're fire. So I was like really upset I couldn't
No
go. So
way.
I was like, Dad, you need to go to get this like giveaway for me because I can't have like one of Joey's friends or like one of like Nick and Maddie's friends get this jersey because
Yeah.
I want this giveaway.
Dude, no way that's the giveaway. That's
Yeah.
so cool. You see, someone has to get that for you because that's really
No,
cool.
100%. Like I'm gonna wear it like as soon as I get it. I'll next game I go to.
Yeah,
I'm definitely wearing that.
absolutely. That's a great jersey. You can't beat it.
Yeah. No,
Good
it's fire.
throwback. Good throwback. But anyway, enough of the sports talk. We have a quick transition into a quick movie review of a movie me and Carl happen to both see. We have Carl saw Deadpool and Wolverine as of recording. I have not seen it yet. Carl's gonna have to keep his mouth shut for just a couple more days, no spoilers. I know he's eager to tell me all about it, and I'm eager to
Literally,
talk about it as well.
it's like this movie just like before we talk about the other movie,
Sure.
um this movie has just been like living rent free in my head
Oh yeah.
for months upon months, and especially the last like
Honestly, years.
yeah, years, months, like,
Hmm.
but especially this past like week and like a half, the marketing has just been so rampant for it,
Yeah.
and I've been like trying to stay off of all social media,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta say to myself, I did like an okay job. I got like one thing ruined from me from the final trailer. Have you watched the final trailer yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like one thing that got ruined for me in the final trailer when I watched it. I'm not gonna say it
Yeah.
for anybody who did watch it. That really pissed me off because I was like,
Yeah.
why the fuck did they put it in the final
Stupid.
trailer?
Stupid.
Anyway, it was okay. Everything else still was really, really cool to see. And
Yeah.
I had a very good time at the movies, and that's all I'll say because I don't even want to make this a review about it. I just want to say I had a really good time at the movie and I liked it,
Good.
and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, and actually another thing besides the movie, did you get the popcorn bucket?
Ah.
Hmm.
So,
I guess I brought
quick
up a
story about
tough
the popcorn
subject.
bucket. Quick fucking story about this shit. All right. So, there was like multiple different popcorn buckets that they came out with this movie. The AMC one obviously was the big one that we talked about with the Wolverine head, and
Yeah.
that I really, really wanted.
Yeah.
So I showed up to the second showing of these movies. There was one at 3 p.m., which
Yeah.
was a fan event that I could have bought tickets to. Not a lot of people went, like there were still tickets available day of,
Hmm.
but people have work. So we went
Obviously.
to the very next showing, which was the first showing for not a fan event one, which was
Yeah.
at 6:25 p.m.
Yeah.
We show up for the movie at 5:30 because I want to make sure I'm there, 40 minutes before to try and get online, get the popcorn bucket. Before we even hop online, they were sold out.
That's
They on
tough.
the doors when you walked into the actual building, it said that the Deadpool and Wolverine buckets wouldn't be on sale until um 2:30 p.m. that day.
Yeah.
So like people went at 2:30 p.m., got the buckets, and then went back for the 6:25 showing
Oh
because
man.
I went um or I was like when I was like went to the bathroom after the
Mm.
line, people were walking in with the buckets already from outside.
Oh
So
my
people
God.
came at 2:30, got their
Jeez.
buckets to use them that night later on.
Wow, that's dedication. You
And
have
like
to
I
tip your
can't even
cap.
I got to tip the cap and I can't even blame them
Yeah.
because Joey and I there was Regal Cinema also came out with a different line of like popcorn buckets
Mm.
and Cinemark. The Regal one I really wanted because it was baby Deadpool in like a seat with like two like cups and he was
Mm.
going like this. And I that was like the one I really, really wanted.
Yeah.
So it's like I got home from work around like 4 o'clock and I go, Joey, let's take a ride to Regal down the road and let's see if we can get that popcorn bucket. I hopped online, they sold the last one 5 minutes
Oh my
before.
God.
But I was like, this is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How have they sold out? Like, you can't tell me that you
Yeah.
only have 100 popcorn buckets for this
Yeah,
one movie,
literally.
like
Yeah.
in stock for the whole thing. Thousands of people are going to be seeing this movie. It would
Obviously.
be a waste for that like one place to only have 100 popcorn buckets. They would make so much more money. They know that this movie is coming out
Yeah.
like months in advance. How is the production of this not like at like over a couple thousand of the product?
You would think. Yeah. 'Cause-
I've been seeing online, it's already like these popcorn buckets are already selling for 3, 4 grand.
I believe it, yeah, especially because I didn't even think about going there before your movie and just trying to
Yeah,
get it. That's
yeah,
crazy. That's some
yeah.
dedication.
No, honestly, so upset. Like it didn't ruin the movie experience for me, but like,
Yeah,
you want to go to the movie and buy it. Like you don't want to have to go take time out of your day to go and try and get something. Like that's just so
literally.
messed up.
I know. You would think maybe they next time you have to like show your actual ticket that you're going to that movie to
Yeah.
get it or something.
I have some hope though that they didn't like sell, like say they had an inventory of like 100 popcorn buckets.
Yeah.
I have a hope that they didn't, you know, like sell all 100 one day. I'm saying maybe they sold like 25 the first day, 25 the second day. So this way, like they don't run out immediately and they give like everybody a proper chance to buy them.
Hmm.
But I think I'm, definitely like just dreaming about that. I don't think that's an actual thing.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I'm looking at a lot of these people like on eBay right now, like to try and buy. Oh, I see the car seat one. That's cute.
Yeah, I like that
Um,
one.
to try and buy on eBay like the popcorn bucket, especially the Wolverine one, but they have a bunch of other ones. All of
Yeah.
them are like $100 plus.
Yeah.
Not only 100 plus, people have multiple. Like this one says buy five of them. This one says buy six.
What?
Or so like people have multiple Wolverine popcorn bucket heads. So how'd they go in there and get so many? Is what I don't
Like
get.
that's messed up. Like they should have only been able to buy one or two. Like if you get a ticket for you, like you and your like significant other, you and your friend. Like me and my
Yeah,
brother went. So like if I went, like and it's me and my brother standing there, you should only be able to sell one per the person standing in front of you.
you would think. That's crazy. I don't know, but yeah, we'll have a little discussion on Deadpool Wolverine after I see it. Sorry, slacking on that one. But a movie me and Carl did see was the new Twisters movie with Glenn Powell. Don't know anyone else. Anthony Ramos, and I do not know
Anthony
the girl's
Ramos,
name off the top of
Daisy
my.
Edgar Jones.
There you
He,
go.
he was
Yeah,
really good.
she was.
Honestly, kind of have a crush on her now.
Hmm.
She was really great in the movie.
Yeah.
So before we go into further, do you want to like have this a non-spoiler conversation, or should we put spoilers ahead above this
I
before
mean,
we?
we'll say, yeah, good point. We'll say spoilers ahead, even though there's nothing like crazy in my opinion, but
Yeah,
spoilers ahead for this movie, which I thought was great.
yeah, I thought it was great. Great movie. I had one gripe with the movie though, which I think you also had a gripe with, and I'm
Yep.
raising my voice because this was literally the only issue I had about this
Yep.
movie
Yep.
was
Say
that
it. Say
they
it.
don't fucking kiss, man. They don't
Oh,
kiss.
that's not my gripe. Keep going,
Wait,
though.
what? What was your gripe?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going with your gripe. That's not
Wait,
mine.
I think I know your gripe. I
Yeah.
think I know your gripe.
But keep
Is it
going with
Glenn Powell
yours.
didn't take his shirt off?
No, no, no. Yes, but no. No. Just keep going with your gripe. We'll get to my gripe, even
Anyway,
though
my
that would be
freaking
nice.
gripe that I'm pissed about is that like they have this sexual tension throughout the whole movie,
Yeah.
and dude, like fire line at the end, like his whole thing was like, if you feel it, chase it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like she was he goes at the end, Glenn Powell's character goes, "Hey Kate, like are you gonna ever come back and visit?" And she goes, "I don't know. This might be the only time I'm in town, but if you feel it, chase it." And
Yeah.
then he fucking chases it, and then they're like, "There's a storm inbound. Please, like, exit the building immediately." And then
Yeah.
they don't kiss. Like, it's like, what the actual fuck? This whole movie,
Yeah.
all the sexual tension. I saw that they recorded multiple like kissing scenes,
Yeah.
and they cut them all out.
Yeah, I did see. You know what's funny? I was gonna say I saw two videos, funny enough, right before we hopped on to record. One was someone saying, 2 hour movie, five tornadoes, no kiss, you know? And then I did see another clip of them kissing in that same exact scene, but obviously the kiss didn't make the cut. But I mean, I personally didn't mind as much. That means Glenn Powell's still available. I'm very happy about that. But no, I do see what you're seeing. Like it's set up for just a perfect shot at the end.
Yeah,
But maybe it sets up for Twisters too, which I hope for because
I
this movie
think
was really good.
I think so too. I think that that's what it's alluding to. Now they're like, okay, now they're gonna have five kids. They're gonna fast forward in
Yeah,
time.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I saw the first movie the day before seeing this. This isn't a spoiler for anyone, but I don't think you really have to see the first movie because they coined this a sequel. at least what I was reading. But in
Yeah.
my eyes, it was a remake. I wouldn't call it a sequel. But regardless, great movie. I'll tell you just my one gripe from it was um, before obviously the movie came out, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma by Luke Combs, fire song, so hype. And I feel like they used it at such a poor point in the movie.
You know what? That's a good gripe to
It
have.
it's
Not
it's
my top one because I thought it was still in a pretty
it
like
was
good point.
yeah.
But I know what you mean. Like I wish it was like when like the hurricane was coming in
Yeah.
and like he's like grabbing that girl and like holding her from like death.
Yeah. Or like
I thought they
like
were gonna play it there.
yeah,
You're
like
right.
a huge problem is like I pictured where this was gonna go in the movie. Like I thought it was gonna be a big sequence where they were driving down, chasing the tornado down a long road, or yeah, it's like a very intense scene. The spoiler I will say is they play it when they introduce Glenn Powell's character Tyler, great first name, and he's just like standing there in his cowboy hat, looking ripped in his white shirt. Like great scene,
Ripped.
pretty iconic,
Ripped.
but also like that song deserves so much more. That was my one gripe is like,
Yeah, no, that song is fire.
yeah, like I was
And
listening
you
to
know
that
what?
song months before the movie came out.
I wouldn't say it's a better gripe than me, but
No,
it's definitely a good gripe
yeah, it's
because
I
it's
I
tough.
I saw more people complaining about your gripe than mine. A few people did have the same complaint though. They said "Ain't No Love in Oklahoma" deserved better. But
Yeah.
what are you
I
gonna
mean,
do?
I was still singing that song when I was walking out of the theater.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you
No,
know,
I think it was great movie, plenty of action, great soundtrack.
soundtrack's phenomenal. I think they also like have the soundtrack has 30 songs. There's no way all 30 of those songs played.
No, well, some of them might have played, but like in the radio, in the background, like they weren't prominent points because like at one point, I've starting to become a big Jelly Roll fan, and I saw the soundtrack
Yeah.
before had Jelly Roll on it, and like I heard it playing in the background on like a radio. I was like, oh,
Those two Jelly Roll songs though are good.
they are. I'm starting to become a real big Jelly Roll fan.
Yeah.
He's fun, but yeah, no, the movie was good. I don't know. Did you see it in 40x? You see any of those clips?
Dude, the ones in 40X are fucking crazy. I want to go see them now. It's like a roller coaster ride.
The whole, especially because like the whole movie is tornadoes. It's
Yeah.
2 hours of five tornadoes, and I wouldn't be able to sit still. I probably would have thrown up 3 times watching the movie
Yeah.
because I would have felt like I'm actually in it.
I wonder what would have felt like when like he uses his car and he like,
Oh, digs
drills
down.
down
Yeah.
and then the fucking tornado goes over him. Like I wonder what that feels like because they definitely
Um,
probably put that like something crazy.
yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know, but that would have been a cool experience. I would have loved to see if there was one around here, but
Yeah, man. Great movie.
mm,
Great movie. I highly suggest everybody goes and sees it.
yeah,
Especially if you're a country fan, the music is just awesome in it.
yeah,
And honestly, like for like a kind of like action movie, like kind of thriller, it
hmm,
had me guessing like what was coming. I
yeah, same.
did not expect that outcome at the end.
No,
Um, I did not expect that, spoiler, that like Kate was the one who was going to be the hero. I mean, like this
hmm,
movie was really about her. I was walking out of the theater and I even said, I was like, they really made this like marketed this that Glenn Powell was going to be like the overall hero of this whole
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
and it ended up being Kate.
Yeah, he just was
So
like the known bigger named actor really at
exactly.
this time. That's a good point. Um, yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
like I thought it was fire though.
yeah, I thought it was a great movie. Honestly, you don't have to see the first one either. If you want to go back and watch
Yeah,
the first one, I also recommend that one as well because I enjoyed it just the same. But it definitely had its points, and it was just like one of those feel good movies. When we speculate after, it's like, oh, I wish they did this. Just a fun, entertaining action
yeah,
movie to watch. It's no Marvel movie. Hoping this cameo happened, hoping this happened. Just a good movie.
good
So
movie.
go
Good
catch it
movie.
in theaters now.
Yeah, catch it in
And
theaters now and go watch Deadpool and Wolverine
yes, yes.
because I literally just can't wait to have this conversation with my friend Tyler about this movie because I genuinely really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah, I've only heard good things from you and a few other friends. Same thing I'm hearing on the internet. So I'm definitely gonna have to stay off social media, and I'm definitely gonna
yeah,
catch it first chance I
yeah,
get. And little spoiler alert: we might have another special episode just to talk about it as
let's
well to
call.
review
Can't
it.
wait.
So,
Can't wait.
but speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, that gets us into our last topic, our game. which will stay on the Marvel theme.
Let's do it, baby.
We're gonna
Let's
do
do
a
it.
little blind rank. I'm gonna give Carl 6 villains that he has to blind rank 1 through 6. Carl's then gonna give me 5 heroes. I have to rank 1 through 6, right? 6, and
Yeah,
then
one through
we're gonna do it.
six. Because
Nice.
we're doing six because of the Magic Six original Avengers.
Yes.
So we thought it was a pretty good number to blind rank.
A little ode to them as well. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, all right, you want me to give my 6 villains first?
Yeah, let's do the villains first, so this way, the heroes always triumph at the
Always
end of these
prevail.
movies.
Yeah,
So they
that's
always
fire.
prevail. So let's do the villains first.
That was awesome. So first, I'm gonna go with someone that's been introduced kind of recently, and I'm gonna go with Kang the Conqueror. Start off with him, see what his future holds in the MCU. But we did see a glimpse of him, so.
Um, all right. I need a kind of backtrack to this because this is He Who Remains or from the Loki series or Kang
Mm.
the Conqueror from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ooh, that's a good question. What would be like the?
If it's a combination of both, I think I would put him higher.
I'm gonna say it's a combination of
Um,
both. Like it's just him. If you
okay,
just do
so like
Kang, then I guess, or
just
I don't
just
know.
Kang, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put him at 5.
Okay.
Because I really liked him in Loki, and I didn't hate him as much as everybody else did in Quantumania. I just thought it was poorly written, just the
Hmm.
ending scene of that
Yeah,
all.
I agree.
But I thought he was pretty menacing and his powers are pretty cool. So I'd put him at 5.
All right. So we got Kang at 5, and next I have Red Skull.
This is one that hits pretty hard for me personally. I
Hmm.
like if I didn't know if we were to probably do this differently, and if I knew the people who were going to come next, I might put him higher,
Yeah.
but I am going to put him in that number 6 spot because we
Wow.
just don't get to see him enough.
Fair.
But a lot of nostalgia in that first Captain America movie. He's a really great villain, and just like the whole like World War II kind of like the connection he has with like
Hmm.
the Nazis and like whatever. I think it's just a really cool basis of a villain. Like he's easy to hate.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put him at 6 because I think the next 4 you guys are gonna bring up probably have some more heat.
Fair enough. Next I have Magneto.
Yeah, this is a really good one because like I could put him number 1, but I feel like that's a like I'm gonna put him at number 2. Magneto
Nice.
at number 2 because what's great about Magneto is that he is a hero and he's also a villain.
Yeah.
He plays both sides of the spectrum. He's
Yep.
mostly always a villain,
Yep.
but a lot of people say that they can, 100%, see his reasoning behind what he does, which
Hmm.
always makes a great villain
Yes.
because if you don't have that reasoning why you're being the way you are,
Yep.
it just doesn't make sense, besides you just being absolutely psychotic.
Yeah, I just
Um,
watched First Class, I believe, recently
yes.
or a few weeks ago, so I kind of see the little backstory as well. So
Yeah,
it's
that
always good.
backstory in that is crazy too in First Class.
Exactly. So it makes
Um,
sense.
yeah, really greatly written character. Also X-Men 97, he is a freaking badass. And also just his power set, like from the comics into what we see on screen, I think it
Hmm.
transitions very well.
Yeah.
He's got probably one of the most badass powers, just like
Hmm.
cinematically,
Yeah.
like it just is a very cinematic power. I know in Deadpool 2, he jokes about like with the character Domino, how being lucky isn't very cinematic.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bending metal to your will is very cinematic.
Very
So
cool. Very
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So that's a good one. The next villain I had is Kingpin.
Wow, another really good character because even with Across the Spider-Verse, the Kingpin or Into the
Hmm.
Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
that Kingpin variant is a really good character.
Yeah.
But just based off the Daredevil series alone, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put him it's gonna be tough because I really don't know who you're putting next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put him at I'm gonna put him at 3.
Okay.
Uh, so I got Magneto at 2,
Yep.
Kingpin at 3.
Yep.
So I got 1 and 4 left open.
1 and 4 left open.
I think those are good spots for who you have coming next. I don't think I could be mad because those are all really good. All
You
really
can't
good.
be mad, and I obviously did save purposely a couple heavy hitters for last.
Okay.
The next one I have is Ultron.
Oh, honestly, man, I wish I could take this back and I would have put him at two, but
Mm,
I'm gonna put Ultron at four.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense because I'm pretty sure the last person I save, the best for last, and that would be Thanos.
Yeah,
Thanos.
he's one of one. He's the
Yeah,
greatest villain. He might be the hardest villain for them to ever top.
yeah,
Um, I think this is a great list though. So it was like Thanos at one. So
yep.
Thanos. I
Magneto,
had Magneto,
Kingpin,
Kingpin.
Ultron, Kang, and Red Skull. I think
Yeah,
that turned out pretty solid.
I think that's how it needed to go.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I just don't think with those six it could have gone any other way.
Hmm.
Um, maybe just like out of pure like people who I like, I could have probably just switched Ultron and Kingpin.
Yeah,
Personally, I really like that Ultron movie. I thought he
yeah,
was a good villain,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure they brought him back, Ultron, for like this Disney cruise that they're
Hmm,
doing.
that's
As
cool.
so, I guess that means that he can always come back and we could see him in another movie. So who
I guess
knows?
so. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. But now, because like I said, the heroes always prevail, Tyler.
Hit me with
I'm
it.
gonna give you six different heroes. Starting off hot with you, Tyler, I'm gonna give you Groot.
Oh my God. um, Oof. I hate to do my boy Groot like this, but knowing there's other heroes out there, I think I'm gonna throw him right at six.
Wow.
Sorry, Groot.
Wow.
Sorry, Groot. Hopefully there's
Wow.
people better than you, but
Wow. All
sorry,
right.
bud.
Um, Next person I'm going, Tyler, is near and dear to your heart. I'm going with Thor, Odin's son himself.
Okay, yeah. Thank God you threw that out already. I'm gonna give him one. Uh, Definitely not the smartest play here, leaving 2, 3, 4, 5 open, but Thor is just, my guy,
See,
strongest
take off
Avenger.
the six, take off one.
Yeah, exactly. So strongest
Very, very
Avenger in
good.
my eyes. So I'm happy with that.
All right, all right. So, next up, I'm gonna go with the Deadpool. New
Deadpool. Ooh.
introduction to MCU.
Yeah.
I know you personally. Have you watched one and two?
I have
Deadpool
seen
one
one
and
and
two?
two. It's been a few
Yeah.
years. I have to try and rewatch those quickly. Maybe I'll do it after this episode. Uh, but yeah, I love him. I think he's a great character. Don't know a lot about him, or don't remember a lot. He's just funny. He's cool. So I'm gonna go with four. I'm gonna go like right in the middle right
All right.
now.
Good
Nothing
spot. Good
against
spot.
him, but maybe after this new movie, we'll come back and do this
Yeah, we'll
again.
come back and do this again. All right. So next I have up, I got Falcon, the new Cap.
Interesting. Did not think about that one. That was a good trailer. We'll have to talk about in the future.
Yes, we
Um,
will.
was really good. But I'm gonna go with five. Honestly, Falcon's cool and all. I know he's the new Cap, but I gotta see some more. I gotta see some more to really fall in love with him.
Yeah, no,
This could
I
be
completely concur with you. I think right now I would have put Groot over Falcon in my personal opinion,
fair.
but
Fair.
a pretty good list right now.
Yeah.
And I saved the last two spots here for to some two heavy hitters, and
Good.
it's honestly gonna prove to see who you have on top.
Okay.
Um, so next I got up is Captain America,
Mm. Hmm. Yeah. I really like Cap as well. Definitely a
Steve
pretty
Rogers, Captain
known,
America
yeah,
as well.
yeah, pretty well known Marvel hero. So I'm gonna throw him at two. He's worthy as well. Put him right below Thor. I
All
think it's
right.
only right.
So with that being said, does
Yeah.
that mean you are Team Cap in Civil War? Because my next person for you is Iron Man.
Oof. Yeah, yeah. That's Iron Man at three. I like that list because I like Thor, Cap, and
Last
Iron
person.
Man in that order.
Okay, you know what? All right.
So
I can live with that. I can live with that.
yeah, and then Deadpool, Falcon, Groot rounds out the list actually pretty nicely in my eyes.
Yeah, I think these are two perfect lists,
I
man.
think they are. I think that's how most people would put them if they knew how to rank them and saw them not
Yeah.
blindly. So I think it worked out really well, and I think it fits with the theme of Deadpool and Wolverine coming out this weekend. So
No, 100%, man. Go see Deadpool Wolverine. Let
yeah,
us know your list. Who
yeah,
was your top six out of those blind rankings?
yeah,
See if we got any wrong. If you would switch any of the ones.
yeah.
Personally, I'm Team Cap, so I would have also put Cap over Iron Man.
I probably would. Yeah.
But I think I would have put if this was mine, I would have put Cap, Iron Man, Thor. But this hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight is
So
2020. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. But thanks again, guys, as always, for listening to another episode of the Two Man Podcast. Check out the video about Cowboy Revolution that is finally up. Make sure to buy some merch from there for a discounted code. Make sure to keep buying the Two Man merchandise, apparel itself. Make sure to keep liking, subscribing, checking out all the videos and TikToks. And thanks again for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Love you all, and peace out, Girl Scouts. See you in the next one.